If we reflect on where we are now as a sector versus where we were when ARK first got going back in 1990, I mean, it is a different political environment. Aspects of the housing market are quite different now than they were then, but a lot of the fundamentals are not very different at all. And one of them, and I think it's at the heart really of, I'll call it failure for us as a sector in doing what we're here to do, is delivering new affordable housing. So we were at a low ebb towards the end of the Thatcher era, and this was moving into the John Major era in 1990 when we first came into being. And we were, as ever, under-delivering on new social housing. With the Major government, and then particularly later with the Blair government and New Labour, there was a recognition that we really needed to step up production, and we had to be a lot more innovative in order to do that. And we're still there. We're still having those debates about how we're going to step up to the plate of meeting the new government now. It's sort of expectation that we'll be delivering 1.5 million new homes over the 5 years of this current Parliament, which is a massive challenge. I mean, huge, especially given how the sector is pulled in a range of different directions, and investment in existing stock is very much top of the agenda. But actually that isn't that different from the challenge that it was back in 1990. I mean, there's all sorts of other challenges in our sector, and addressing the need for stock improvement to achieve net zero, or to make sure that our buildings are properly fire safe, etc.
One of my reasons for going into consultancy was, having had quite a big job in a housing association, was recognising the importance of strategic asset management. So as a landlord investing in existing customers' homes as well as building new ones, the sector just did not get that in the mid-1990s. And it's only really in the last 5 years or so that strategic asset management, sophisticated investment plans and integrated plans have come to the fore in the sector. So to me, that's the biggest change. It is now recognised as really important. The Decent Home Standard, Decent Homes 2, decarbonisation, going for net zero in 2050, and particularly building safety post the Grenfell disaster, are all catalysts effectively in making the sector better, and that's still a big driver to move forward, which is generally recognised now. It's just getting enough people and the right systems and skills in to achieve that.
Looking to the future for ARK and the sector, there has always been a housing crisis. Now, ARK has a place in actually addressing that. One of our major abilities is the way we can actually flex to market needs. Over the years, that crisis has actually changed. You know, the housing crisis, what has been important has changed. The pressures have changed. The rules have changed. As an organisation, our strength is that we can actually react, and react quickly to that, which is not, you know, not necessarily a characteristic of other organisations.
So yeah, you could say, here we go again, you know, like it goes round in a big circle. It's gone round in a number of circles over those 35 years, by the way. It's not that we've exactly been there before, but we've been in very similar places before, and we've been able to do something about it. You know, we've made a contribution.